Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention?
I am that dude, Bodkins. Patty to patty. That's ridiculous. No way. There's nobody else out there. He's your guy. Give a big round of applause for the one and only Bodkin Show. I'm going to repeat that again, folks. I didn't stutter. Welcome to the Bodkins Show.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another great episode of the Bodkin. I am that dude, of course, Bodkins. It is our Wednesday night NFL Week 11 preview show. I guess I wrote on the title Week 10, but it's actually Week 11. That's man, it is cruising right along. And speaking of cruising right along, I got to bring back my guy. He's become a regular now, Mr. Yankee Fin himself, Johnny Cruz. Johnny, what's up, my man?
What's going on, man?
Here we are, Week 11. I didn't do my post show on Sunday night. Had some family come in, but Johnny, we were kind of talking about it off air. Are my Packers back from the dead here? I mean, huge win against the Cowboys. Are they? Is there a little brink of hope? Should I jump back on the bandwagon, or should I stay away from the bus?
Well, like I was saying earlier as well, I don't want to give you any false hope, but I did mention last week that in the NFC, when you have Aaron Rodgers, you can go on a little streak. And I mean, you just beat the Cowboys, who everybody was sweating that the Cowboys. Sorry, Allen, but you know what I'm saying, you beat the Cowboys. You got a home game tomorrow against the Titans, and then again, you still got Detroit and Chicago on the schedule. You're gonna have to win that matchup with Minnesota. Like I said, I don't think you'll catch Minnesota for the division, but in the NFC. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers could win 5, 6, 7 straight, bro. You can sneak in there and I don't want to give you false hope though, but I wouldn't put it past Aaron Rodgers to go on a little streak here.
Yeah, we'll see, man. I'm not buying a whole lot. I told you I'm not buying a whole lot of stock into it. Landis said I got to keep bringing you on. He's undefeated because he's rocking a bunch of Miami on his fantasy team. So
keep on playing them, yo.
Hey, yeah. Hey, Alan says, I got to root for the Cowboys at Minnesota this week. I hope you guys do beat Minnesota. Minnesota needs to take a loss. But Minnesota, I mean, with the Eagles coming off that bad loss on Monday night, now Minnesota's right there with tied kind of for first with the Eagles. The Eagles do own the tiebreaker, but it's anybody's game, I guess first round bye here going forward here in the next half of the season.
Yeah, and I keep going back and forth with Minnesota, man, because you got to give them credit for winning the close games because they're finding ways to win games, but at the same time, I mean they're having close games even with not very good teams. So that was a big win for them. That was a statement win. Granted, Buffalo kind of gave it up there at the end, and then Josh Allen, who leads the league in interception, just throws a horrible pass, into the end zone for a pick to end the game when you got the 3 points to tie it locked up. So again, Minnesota's finding ways to win. Is it luck, or is it just they're that good that they find a way to win? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I don't want to shit on them too bad because again, they're 8-1 and now they're tied with the Eagles. So, like I said, we'll find out down the stretch if Kirk Cousins can keep it going.
Johnny, I mean, every year there's a team that the ball just seems to bounce their way, right? Like, I mean, the breaks just go their way. And this year it looks like Minnesota's like that team. And sometimes when you're the number one seed, it does look like that, like sometimes the ball just bounces their way. Like, and then you got to have a little luck. Like, it's somewhat skill, but you got to have a little luck. And right now, Minnesota's got a little horseshoe up their ass, and they keep finding ways to win. I mean, they should have been left for dead in that Bills game more than once. But kudos to them for keep fighting and keep playing.
Yeah, that's some horseshoe, bro. Because to get stopped on fourth down right at the goal line, and then for Josh Allen for them to drop the snap and fumble for you to get it for a touchdown, it's like it was. Come on, man, that's beyond luck. And then you let them drive down the field to tie it.
Yeah,
and then you get lucky again in overtime. It's like I don't know. Yeah. The football gods are, they shine their light on Minnesota right now. So Minnesota
Alan wants to know catch of the year, that Justin Jefferson catch of the year, probably hands down. That was game of the year, catch of the year. In Minnesota came with it. Let's look at. I'll just kind of look at Minnesota's remaining schedule here compared to the Eagles before we get into this week's games. So the Vikings coming up, they host the Cowboys, host the Patriots, host the Jets. So, I mean, those are three teams that are pretty darn good. Then they go at Detroit, host the Colts, host the Giants, at Green Bay, and then at the Bears. So their schedule's pretty tough. Like it's not not a lot of cakewalks in there.
Yeah, these next 3 weeks are gonna tell us a lot. I mean, they're home. They're home all three. I mean, this is because then after that, the Lions, the Colts, the Giants. We'll see if by then if the Giants are for real, and then they go to Green Bay. If they come out of this 3-game stretch 2-1, yeah, you're not catching them, bro. I mean, the Eagles may not even catch them unless the Eagles only lose one game. Like Minnesota can't pull out a freaking 14-3, bro. 15-2 season. That would be crazy, bro.
I mean, it's very possible, though. Yeah. I mean, they could drop easily one of those 2 or 3 of those games.
Right.
And then you look at the Eagles, who they have. They got the Colt. They go at Indy, and then they host the Packers, host the Titans, and then they go to New York, then go to Chicago, host the Cowboys, they go at the Cowboys, then they host the Saints, and then host the Giants. So their schedule's pretty tough too. I mean, they have the Bears and the Saints, a similar type schedule, almost similar type opponents as Minnesota does going forward.
Yeah, it does look pretty similar. They both got 3 big stretches, 3 games back to back that are going to tell us a lot about the teams and about this season, who may be lucky enough to grab that number 1 seed, especially now with only the number 1 seed getting the bye. It's so much more important now. But yeah, it's just like this football season. I don't know about you, man, but I'm having so much fun watching football, man. Football it's been such a fun season, and it's not just because my Dolphins are the number 1 team in the AFC East, but like
that has a lot to do with it, though. It's got to make you feel good.
It definitely helps, man. But like football's just been so much fun. There's been so many good games, but that Minnesota Buffalo game was definitely the game of the year. And Alan, to answer your question, that catch was sick, bro. He's a dude, bro. Justin Jefferson is a bad boy, bro.
Hey, that Pats Vikings game is on Thanksgiving, Alan. It's the 7:20 late game, so that is the late game. Let me ask you this, Johnny, because we're talking about Justin Jefferson. I kind of asked Kenny and Craig in our group chat yesterday. For the remainder of their career, would you rather have Jamar Chase or would you rather have Justin Jefferson? Obviously, both played at LSU, both played with Joe Burrow.
I'm taking Justin Jefferson. No, I'll take him, no doubt, without any hesitation. I like Jamar Chase too. He's a really good player. Justin Jefferson is just a different cat, bro. He's a different dude. His trajectory is Hall of Fame if he just stays at this level, and he can get better. He's still young. I know Chase can get 2, but Chase has had a couple injuries, so that kind of worries me. But I don't know. Justin Jefferson's a stud, bro. Poor Philly passed on him too. I still remember that draft, man. That was crazy when the Vikings locker room went, the draft war room went all crazy because the Eagles took what was it?
Jalen Reagor.
Jalen Reagor, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I was hoping the Packers would take Justin Jefferson, and that didn't happen in that draft.
I thought Miami would take him.
Yeah.
Instead, we took a freaking offensive tackle that ain't even playing now.
Right, you got Jalen Waddle the very next year, though.
Yeah. Oh no, I ain't complaining. But Justin Jefferson is a beast, bro. Yeah, no, I would definitely take him over Jamar Chase, and I think Jamar Chase is a good player.
Alan said on his show with Ashton, Ashton picked Miami as the best team in the NFL, even over KC. You I'm on board with that. You think your Dolphins the best team in the NFL?
I don't know if they're the best team in the NFL. I would put up their roster against any other roster in the NFL. I think they're capable of beating any team in the NFL, but you got to stay healthy. You got to keep Tua upright, and I think we have a chance. I don't know if I would put them. Patrick Mahomes is still Patrick Mahomes, so you still got to give him his due. Buffalo, has won the division the last few years. So again, it's only 10 games. Yes, we're in first place. Like I was saying on my show earlier today, check it out. Let's talk Miami Dolphins. We haven't been 7-3 since 2001.
Tua is 3 years old. Tom Brady just entered his first year in the league. So, that's
21 years. Like I said it, no disrespect to the Detroit Lions fans, but like that's Detroit Lion territory. You know what I'm saying? We had 2 years where we made the playoffs and we got our asses whooped in both playoff games. So it was like there was no hope. You never thought, we could make a run. Like this team legitimately, the front office went all in. We traded the last first round pick we had for Bradley Chubb, and I don't know. It was nice to be able to just rush 4. So, like I said, I don't know that I would label them the best team in the NFL right now, but they're definitely in the top, 2 or 3. And I think, like I said, I think they can compete with anybody if Tua's playing. And that was the other part of my show. As much as we were gigging on my son for throwing up the Tua for MVP, he's playing at that level. Can he keep it going? Let's see what happens when we go to Buffalo and we go to New England in the cold. But that trade for Jeff Wilson was a big trade. I mentioned it. Everybody was talking about Bradley Chubb, but I was super excited about Jeff Wilson because if we can actually have a running game as a threat, that's just going to make Tua even more deadly with the play action. And then you got Tyreek. And this, like I said, comparing rosters, I'll compare them to anybody. I don't know if I would label them the best team in the league right now, though.
I think once X gets a little bit more healthier and a little bit better, that secondary improves a little bit.
If Byron would come out of missing because he's
witness protection,
something, bro, because he's been MIA all year, and then like there's different reports, so I don't even know if he's like I've already got my mindset that he ain't coming back, but. He's the perfect complement to X, bro. He's a great cover corner. He ain't got the best ball skills, but he can cover his ass off. And then you got the ball hawk on the other side with X. So they were the perfect combo, man. So if he was playing, then I would say yes. I would say I think we are the best team, and we definitely have a very good shot. Like I said, I think we have a good shot now, but I wouldn't label us the best team in the league right now. But if we can get healthy and keep Tua healthy, I think we have a chance against anybody.
I would say you're definitely a top 5 team right now. Top 5. Yeah. Right now, I'd put you over the Bills. The Bills seem to be struggling, have some issues. The injury to Josh Allen, throwing interceptions in the red zone. Like, he's not taking care of the ball. He's not playing the best ball right now. So I would put you Chiefs, Dolphins, Vikings,
Eagles, Vikings. They're in the discussion, but to label them the best team now, I wouldn't go that far. And I love my team right now, but I'm not ready to go there because shit can change in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Right. We were just saying the Bills were the best team 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean? Right. And now look at them. They lost to the Jets and lost to the Vikings. Alan wants to know, better chance for Beckham to have success, Cowboys or Giants? I'm going to say the Cowboys because I think having CeeDee Lamb on the other side takes some pressure off of him. The 1-2, running back punch mixed in with, Schultz and the other tight end that they got there in Dallas. Dak, I think Dak's a better quarterback than Daniel Jones. So I like him to have better success as a Cowboy than going back to New York. I think there's going to be pressure on him no matter where he goes because of who he is. Right. But I think he'll have better success at being on the Cowboys than he will be where New York he'll be the guy again and have to have all that. And this is the way the Giants are playing. They don't even really, they don't even need receivers. You know what I mean? The way that they're playing games.
Right. No, I completely agree with that. You hit it on the head with the quarterback. I mean, I'm not the biggest Dak fan, but you got to take him over Daniel Jones. And I think Daniel Jones can develop. He was in a bad situation similar to, other young quarterbacks, but I would go with Dak. Like you said, pairing him with CeeDee Lamb, that would be a nice combo right there. Assuming that he comes back and he's still Odell. You know what I mean? This is his second knee surgery. So
yeah, second torn ACL in like 3 years or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So is he gonna come back and be the same dude? Or is he gonna be 80% of that guy? Because I don't know. But yeah, as far as success, yeah, he would definitely have more success, I think, with the Cowboys. And then, like you said, I don't think the Giants, they're all about running the ball, playing good defense. Daniel did not turn the ball over and stuff. So I don't think he needs that light on him either. I mean, you're gonna have light on you wherever because you're like you said, you're Odell Beckham, and Dallas is has been labeled America's team, but I don't know about all that. But you know what I'm saying? So I mean, Dallas always gets attention anyway. But I think there'll be more, like you said, he'll be the number one guy in New York, and there'll be so much with the whole coming back to New York. I think he can actually go to Dallas and just be one of the guys and just
much like he was in LA, like when he was.
Absolutely. Be a contributor and not, what I'm saying, just compliment CeeDee Lamb and help out, Dak Prescott. And I think, I that would be a big pickup for Dallas. They definitely need somebody else to go with CeeDee Lamb. So I don't know.
Yeah, let's go ahead. We'll get into this week's games, Johnny. Let's go ahead and get into it before we start picking games. So I did not do so hot last week. I went 6-8, 2 games below 500. You did worse than I did, my friend. You went 5-9. Matt Larson went 7-7, and then Craig had the hot week, 10-4. So Craig had the best week last week, so he knew what he was doing. Me and you, on the other hand, hey, this will be the big rebound week, hopefully. Speaking of rebound, we let off the show with it. My Packers playing on, rebounded, finally snapping the 5-game winning streak or losing streak. Now here come the Titans, come to 10. The Packers are somehow favored. I don't like this. I don't like being favored here at -3.5 against the Titans and King Henry coming to town. Maybe it's because the Titans have struggled, but it looks like that difference maker, Ryan Tannehill's a full 100% go. So, Johnny, I mean, what's your thoughts here? Titans, the dog at +3.5, going against Green Bay on a short week.
Yeah, I'm usually not a big fan of the road teams on Thursday night. And I think the Packers are going to be hyped up for this game. That was a big win last week. Wow. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and go with the Packers because I do not believe in that difference maker that's coming back. So if the Green Bay D can somehow, I know they haven't been the best against the run, if they can somehow slow Henry down, I think they win that game. And like I said, I think Aaron's got tired of hearing all the talk about, him not playing well and is it over for him and stuff like that. So I mean, I think he's got something to prove. National TV game, everybody's watching. You're the only game on Thursday night. if you don't show up here, Aaron, then I don't know what else. So I'm gonna go with your Packers, even though I'm hesitant, but I'm gonna go with the Packers here. I'll take the Packers.
I'm gonna keep. Hey, I'm not doing it. I'm not falling for that fool's gold game that was Sunday. I may not pick us to win again the rest of the year. I've said that before, and some of that, hey, maybe if I peak, they'll keep turning it around. I'm scared that Derrick Henry's probably going to rush for 200 yards against us. I mean, maybe the Packers got a little something going on offense. They finally started running the ball really well with Aaron Jones last week. Christian Watson, welcome to the NFL, 3 touchdowns. Still no Dobbs, still no Devondre Campbell, who's an all-pro linebacker. I'm going to go with the Titans here and hope that I'm wrong, but at 3.5, even at 3.5, it's just too. I think it's going to be a 3-point game either way. With the hook, I especially like Tennessee here, so I'm going to go with Tennessee. Lock it in. I'm all in on the Titans, baby, at the plus 3.5.
I don't know why your Packers weren't running the ball more earlier in the season. So hopefully LaFleur learned a little something there, and they'll actually run the ball to help keep the ball away from Derrick Henry. And like I said, I would not be afraid of Tannehill at all. You got Zaire out there covering. Who's their number one?
The Titans?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They have no number 1 wide receiver. They don't have a number 2 wide receiver. So you put 8 in that box, you stop Derrick Henry, and Aaron Rodgers plays how he can play, you win that game. Hopefully by more than 3.5. That's what Craig's catching me, man.
Craig likes the 3.5, the Titans. He said Packers may be on the money line, but he thinks it's close. They can't can't take Henry out of it. Hey, if you got a little bit of money, go ahead and hammer Derrick Henry for 100 rushing yards on the Packers, I think.
See Craig coming in here with his logic and shit.
Let's get into the next one. Speaking of Craig, his Bears head to Atlanta, and I'm surprised this spread's at 3.5. Atlanta, as bad as Atlanta looked, Johnny, on last Thursday, they're the 3.5 favorite against the Bears, whose offense has been explosive. Justin Fields, folks. I mean, man, if you picked him up in fantasy on the waivers, you're living the good life because he is playing really well. I know he threw a bad interception in the Detroit game. That's a game that the Bears should have won. Had the Bears really won that game, they'd be right in the thick of things with the playoff hunt, really. I mean, as bad as the NFC is. But nevertheless, here, they're going to Atlanta. They're dogs at 3.5. Johnny, who you like here, man? I don't understand this spread here.
I don't understand it much either. I want to pick the Bears, bro, but Atlanta. I mean, that was a horrible loss, but
did you see that Mariota just falling down on the ground, just hoping a prayer throw? What the hell is he doing?
He remembered that he was Marcus Mariota. That's what happened. You know what? I'm gonna say that Justin Fields is gonna go off against Atlanta. Atlanta plays pretty good defense, but I don't know. I like Justin Fields, and he's been going off lately.
Fields has rushed for over like 200 rushing yards in the last, combined the last 2 games. I mean,
I think he keeps it going. I mean, they may not win the game, but 3.5 for Atlanta. Yeah, I'll go the Bears, bro. I'm taking the Bears.
I almost like the Bears money line. I really do. I'd have to look at what the odds are on that, but I'm with you, my friend. I'm hammering home the Bears too at 3.5. I mean, it's just I don't know. I would think the Bears was going to be favored in this game, but 3.5 is just it's just too much for Atlanta. I don't know. Hey, I'm surprised this isn't a pick'em game as bad as Atlanta looked last week against Carolina. Maybe they're thinking Atlanta got some rest, but either way, I'm hammering home the Bears at plus 3.5. Give me the dogs again.
And depending on what the number is for the prop bet on rushing yards for Justin Fields, like I said, I don't know if he goes for 100, but if they're giving you like 60 something or so, I would take it. I would take the over on that because he's learning he's learning when to use his legs, and then they have, they're incorporating it as part of the game plan, but he's doing a better job of reading man coverage and then taking advantage of those opportunities. I think he does it again, and yeah, I think they pull out the win there.
Yeah, I do too, really. I think they could pull out the money line for sure. Mm-hmm. The team that your team just laid an absolute beat down on, the Browns, head to Buffalo. They're talking 2 feet plus of snow on Sunday's game in Buffalo. As a winter, I was reading that today. 2+ feet of snow as winter storms about to hit upstate New York. But the Bills are favorite here at -7.5. I mean, after that wild ass game, we talked a little bit about it already against the Vikings, but take the under here. The over/under is at 42, and if you're telling me there's 2 feet of snow, I'd probably take the under. But Johnny, who you like here? Browns at +7.5, or you like the Bills?
That weather is a big factor, bro. If it's really gonna snow that much, I mean, Buffalo wants to make up for that horrible loss last week, but you know what? I think the Browns will cover. I don't know that they'll win. I don't think they'll win the game, but 7.5 is a lot, especially in those type of conditions. They could just run the ball, keep Josh Allen on the sideline, and I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I know the Bills need this game. They definitely gonna try to prove something here, but 2 feet of snow, bro. Like it's I don't miss that either, bro. I feel for you up there. I don't miss the snow either, bro. Not like that, but
me neither.
I'll go Cleveland to cover, bro. I'll go Cleveland to cover. They're not a bad team. We put it on them, but that's a big deal, bro.
Yeah, Craig's saying the same thing. 2 feet of snow. The Browns' running game is going to be tough. Bills find a way to win, but I'll take the Browns to cover 7.5. Yeah, I mean, I expect this line to go down, Johnny. The closer we get to the game, especially if that 2 feet of snow falls, because what that snow is going to do is going to level the playing field a little bit more. Especially in both teams are going to have to rely a little bit more on the run. I mean, we know Josh Allen can sling it in any type of weather with his arm, but let's hope he's slinging it to the right team instead of to the other team. I'm with you guys again. Market 3 games in a row. I'm taking the dogs here at +7.5. Give me the Brownie Elves.
And I think the Jets put out the game plan on competing with Buffalo is running the ball, especially up the middle. So you got Chubb and Hunt there, especially in those weather conditions. Yeah, they can at least cover that spread.
Jeez. The next game here, another high-scoring spread, man. The Eagles coming off the loss on Monday night, headed to the new resurgent Indianapolis Colts with Jeff Saturday as their head coach, who's 1-0, Johnny. The Colts are the dogs at home at +7. The Eagles coming off that loss on Monday night.
Oh man, the Eagles. It should be an easy pick to just pick the Eagles, even with the 7-point spread. But I mean, are the Colts feeling a little better about themselves now? I mean, that division isn't the best division, even though the Titans are leading it right now. Oh man, these spreads are something, boy.
I understand it.
Like the Eagles should win by 10, 14 points in this game. Should is the key word.
No, Shaq Leonard's on IR, done for the year. Have to have back surgery.
Oh damn.
For the Colts.
That's not good, man. The back, that's not a good thing. You know what? I'm gonna say Jeff Saturday keeps it going. They're not gonna win the game, but I think they'll be competitive. They'll keep it close. I know Philly's gonna want to prove something after losing to the Commanders, but I think Jonathan Stewart will play well, and putting Matt Ryan back in as a starter was, I mean, come on, Frank Wright. If you want to win games and keep your job, bro, you don't start a rookie. So
I don't think that was Frank's choice. I think that was Jim Irsay's choice. And then Jeff said, Jim, if you want me to coach this team, I need Matt Ryan to be my quarterback.
I mean, that very well could be true. I mean, if that's the case, then I mean, they sabotage that coach right there. But he could be tanking for a future quarterback like he did the year with Andrew Luck. But like I said, I'm hoping for at least a cover. I expect Philly to win, but I think Indy will try to keep it close, especially at home.
You like Indy at home?
Yeah, the cover. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Eagles bounce back here. Man, I don't know. Seven's a lot. Craig's chiming in here. Colts seem to be tough at home. New coach, Ryan back, Taylor back. I think Eagles bounce back with a dub, but he likes the Colts to cover. So Craig,
like you know, you would think, oh yeah, the Eagles are gonna just beat them down, but I don't know, man. The NFL, especially this season, it's been crazy, bro. So yeah, I think the Colts. Like, I would not be shocked. I'd be a little surprised, but I would not be shocked if the Colts won that game. Just saying.
I know that his Colts seem to be improved, but the Raiders absolutely stink. We got to, like, who they beat was the Raiders, and they're absolutely garbage. I'm going on the opposite end here. I'm taking the Eagles. They bounced back. They should have won that game Thursday night. They had a lot of Monday night, 3 turnovers. One of them turnovers they had was a face mask that wasn't called. It should have been called. Come on, Philly. Let's go, baby. Come on. Eagles fly here.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, that the logical thing would be, oh yeah, Philly's gonna destroy them. But nah, not this season, man. This season's been wild, bro. So I think the Colts will cover.
Let's get into the next one here. The Jets going to the Patriots. The Patriots are 3-point favorites. The last time these two teams played, the Patriots absolutely destroyed them. Zach Wilson that looked like a clown against Bill Belichick's defense, threw some bad interceptions. The Patriots seem to get this thing kind of going, it feels like. What's your thoughts here? Patriots, Jets. Patriots the favorite at, what was it, minus 3.
And they're both coming off buys. I'm gonna go with the better coach here, the better game plan. Even though that Jets D is for real, but I'm telling you that Breece Hall losing him was big. So I'm gonna say Bill Belichick is gonna come up with a nice game plan, and they're gonna shut down the Jets. This may be a 13-10 game. He might have Mac Jones only throw it like 4 times. Like seriously, so it might be one of those games, but I'll go with Bill Belichick.
You're going with the Patriots to cover the 3?
Yeah, at home too. Yeah, coming off a bye. Yeah, I feel you on that one, Greg.
Yeah, do you think it's going to be the same for Philly here?
I don't think the wheels are going to fall off. I don't think they're going to go like that. But they were never going to go 16-1, 15-2. They're going to drop a few games. So, like I said, I won't be shocked. I'll be a little surprised if they lose to the Colts, but I wouldn't be shocked. But no, I think they got too good of a roster to just let the wheels fall off.
Yeah, this past Jets game, I'm thinking the same thing as you guys. I'm not turning my back on Bill Belichick here. Especially coming off a bye week. He's had 2 weeks to prepare. Bill Belichick and Andy Reid, like these great coaches, are really good coming off bye weeks. So we're either all going to be really right or we're all going to be really wrong here, Johnny. And but I'm with you guys. I'm taking the Patriots, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta go with Bill Belichick. And like I said, I like what the Jets are doing. I like the squad they're putting together. And like I said, that defensive line especially. Their defense is for real, the Jets. Sauce is playing up to the top 5 pick status. He's balling. The Reed kid across from him is playing good. Like I said, it could be 13-10 type game.
Yeah, let's get into the next game here. 2 teams that are struggling and banged up. The Rams head to New Orleans. The Super Bowl defending champs, Johnny, are plus 3.5 dogs going to New Orleans. No Cooper Kupp put on the IR. I think Stafford will play as he was out last week with a concussion. They have no running game to speak of. Their defense has been playing well, but their offense absolutely stinks. And then you get to the Saints. They're mulling over whether we go back to Jameis. Do we stick with Andy? They're going to ride with Andy here one more week, but they've had a slew of injuries. They did sign a fantasy darling, one-time fantasy darling, David Johnson today. So, I mean, what's your thoughts here? Rams, Saints, and Turd Bowl City.
I was just thinking, how horrible is this game right here, bro? So that was perfectly said. Oh, man. Like I said, man, I'm going to, especially with no Cooper Kupp, I'm going Saints here. Like I said, the Rams, I've been saying it for weeks. The Rams, they won their championship. I think they've already punted on this season. I mean, even though they're in a division that they can probably win with a 500 record, but nah, man, no Cooper Kupp. I'll take the Saints at home.
You taking the Saints at minus 3.5?
Yeah, man. I ain't happy about Andy Dalton or Jameis Winston, but like I said, the Rams just they just feel like we got our chip. You say we're good this year. We'll take a year off. They're gonna get some money off the books next year, and then they'll be rejuvenated next season. But this year,
who the hell is Matt Stafford gonna throw the ball to?
That's what I'm saying.
They don't have. I mean, he's only been thrown to Cooper Kupp, and now Cooper Kupp is out.
That's what I'm saying. He lost his security blanket. So
I mean, Van Jefferson's is going to be playing, hopefully.
Right. Allen Robinson is still. I mean, he didn't retire, right?
I mean, he might as well have retired. He might as well have retired.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, no, I don't. Like I said, I'm not feeling the Rams at all this year, bro.
Plus 3.5, though. That's where it gets me. It's that little hook at the end. The half is where I'm tempted to take the Rams here.
14-10 and you cover.
Yeah.
This is gonna be this has the potential to be an ugly game, bro.
It does. I think maybe. This game stinks. Absolutely stinks. I'm going to take the Rams just to be different. Just to maybe gain a game here too. I'll take Ram Island. Craig saying Stafford security blanket is gone. Saints defense is solid, and I think is going to be a problem. Saints can score, and I'm not convinced the Rams can. He likes the Saints. So, I mean, well said, Craig. But I'm going to take the Rams just because I have no explanation on why, really. I can't tell you. Just, they got prettier colors. I don't know. I mean, there's no real good reason, Johnny. I don't feel great about it, but I don't feel great about picking the Saints. I guess because it's a 3.5, it would have been 3. I probably would have took the Saints, but if you're going to give me some points at the half with the 3.5, give me the Rams.
Yeah, sometimes it's just because.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, there's not a real good reason.
I'm not. That's one of those that you're going to see like one or two plays on red zone of that game.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of field goals. The Lions coming off 2 wins in a row, 2 division wins at that. Beat the Packers, beat the Rams. Now they go to New York. The Giants are the 3-point favorite here. Who you like this one? Lions winning 3 games in a row, Johnny. I mean, that's a winning streak if they do that. I don't know if they've won 3 games in a row the last 5 years.
I was about to say they probably haven't won 3 in a row since the last time we were 7-3, which was 2001. So, oh man, is this disrespectful to the Giants or what? Only a 3-point favorite at home. You're 7-2 against the Lions.
Well, the Giants always play everybody close. It's a 1-score game no matter what.
I know, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, Come on now, Giants. Come on, Brian Dable. I'm taking the Giants at home. If you can't beat Detroit at home by more than 3 points, the Giants D has been playing well. Saquon's been playing well. You can run on Detroit. I think Saquon has a big game. And I think they put it on Detroit. So enjoy your 2-game winning streak because I think it's done.
I'm with you. Give me Saquon. Whatever his rushing yards is over. If it's over 60 or 70 or whatever it is, hammer that home too, folks. Give me Saquon and the Giants at -3 here.
Right, you don't even have to deal with a hook or nothing like that. That's all kinds of disrespectful to the Giants.
Giants coming off a bye too, right? They didn't play last week. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Just all kinds, and they got an opportunity to stay right behind, right behind the Eagles. If the Eagles happen to drop it, they tie for the division lead. This is a big game for the Giants.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Giants can stay right here. They gotta get this one. They can't. I mean, they could almost. The Eagles could. If the Eagles lose, Cowboys falter here. They could go ahead and take first place in that division almost.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, they have 3 losses, I believe. So
no, the Giants are 7-2 and Philly's
7-2
now.
Yeah. Hey, this is the biggest spread of the week right here. The Panthers coming off the win on Thursday night. Go to Baltimore, and their 13-point dogs here are the Panthers.
Wow, that is a big spread, bro. Yeah, I feel you, Craig. See, I feel better when Craig agrees with me, bro. For real. I ain't even gonna front. Oh man, this is I want to say Carolina covers.
13 is a lot.
I was about to say they may not even score though, Carolina.
But Carolina's played really close games, and if they can keep it close and keep Foreman in going. But then what was it? A couple weeks ago, they just got blown out 2 weeks ago. So. And they're not playing Atlanta. Their 2 close games have been against Atlanta.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Facts. Oh man, that's too big. I almost want to say, Craig, what do you think?
Craig's not here to hold your hand right now.
Yeah, you ain't lying about that. You know what, Ravens? You know what I'm saying? This is one that's a big freaking spread though. But you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say that. Carolina covers.
You taking Carolina at plus 13?
Yeah, I think Baltimore wins, but I think Carolina could get a late touchdown and cut it from 14-7 or from 17-10. I mean, 13 is a lot, bro.
Yeah, it was
but the Ravens could beat them 33-0. So.
Oh yeah, Baker. Thanks, Craig. Baker is playing 13.5 too much. Baker back against the old division foe. Craig is back on the Baker train.
I didn't even need him to tell me.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, the Panthers got blown out by the Bengals, 42-21. I mean, it really is. I ain't gonna lie to you. Every one of their games have been over. They've lost double digit every game, other than the loss to the Browns and the Giants. After that, every game they lost almost. It wasn't quite. It was an 8-point game against the Saints. Lost 10 to the Panthers. Blown out by the 49ers. Blown out by the Rams by 14. Blown out by. They did beat the Bucks, and then. Their games against Atlanta have been close, but if you're not Atlanta, they've been blown out. I'm
gonna let you pick before I give you a little nugget of what I'm noticing here. But go ahead.
I'm taking the Ravens, baby. All
right, so the Ravens last, except for the Patriots in week 3. They won by 11. And then against the Saints, they won by 14. Every other game has been one score or less. And a lot of them 2 points, 3 points, 2 points.
They're playing
3
top line
points, 4 points.
competition.
Okay. Okay.
They're not playing the Panthers of the world.
Okay. I mean, that's true. But I don't know, man. 13's a lot, bro. But go ahead.
It is a lot, but I'm taking the Ravens, baby. Come on.
Like I said, it's either gonna be a decent game or the Ravens they're gonna bury them. But hopefully they don't cover.
Let's get into the next game. Before we get into the next game, did you see 2 weeks ago you saw Kurt 2 Chains, right? Diced up with the ice and everything. So then on Monday night,
yeah, Adam.
Did you see? No, Monday night Taylor Heineke did the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see that.
So today I'm scrolling through, and this is what Chris Boyd of Minnesota said. Stop trying to effing be us, lames. He couldn't hold Kurt's jockstrap. You find your own trend. Y'all shit don't even look like y'all having fun enjoying it.
Damn.
Hey, man said stop stealing our gimmick, Commanders.
I feel him on that though. I mean, I didn't like when Shefty did it. Like it's like, come on, man. Like
I get it. Shefty did it kind of as a joke, you know.
Right, I get why he did it, but even then, it was like, did we really need to see him do what you know what I'm saying? So yeah, and I like Heineke too, but yeah, that's a little lame.
I do,
to fight him and do that. So yeah, you got put on blast, and I don't blame homeboy for doing that. As far as this game here, I mean,
Commanders headed to Texans at plus. Texans are the favorite at plus 3.5.
I really like the running back from Houston, Damian Pierce. I mean, he's going to be a ball player, but that Washington D is for real.
Chase Young's going to play. Chase Young's back.
If they're going to have any chance, I mean, like I said, they're 5-5, and they can still get a wild card spot in the NFC. That's what I'm saying. I know you buried them, but
I didn't bury him. I was just reading the guy's quote, Johnny.
No, I'm talking about your Packers.
I did. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's in the NFC, like I said, a 500 team could get the last wild card spot. So I think the Commanders are going to win this game. I mean, Houston's going to get the first pick. So I don't know, Bryce Young or whoever the CJ Stroud or one of them is going to look good in them Texans colors, bro. And he's going to have a good running back to start off with too. So
I'm right with you, Johnny, man. I like this Commanders team. I really do. I mean, minus the fact that they still, Kurt's gimmick here. I like Taylor Heineke, man. They seem to be playing around with him. Ron Rivera backed him up today, said, hey, we're not, it's his job. We're not playing Carson Wentz, even though Carson looks to be healthy and ready to play. But, man, they just have a little swagger about them with Taylor Heineke back there. Chase Young's back. This man finds Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin made a hell of a catch on Monday Night Football. Everybody's talking about Justin Jefferson, but Taylor Heineke put one on there. Commanders got some mojo. Texans, I mean, I thought they were going to be a covering machine this year, but they haven't been lately. Give me the Commanders as well. I like the Commanders here at minus 3.5.
I mean, and the chemistry between Heineke and McLaurin is completely visible. Like Carson Wentz, nah, man. I mean, talk about falling off a ledge, bro. Carson Wentz went from an MVP candidate to busting up his knee to watching his backup win the Super Bowl to now going to his third team already and probably won't be there next year either.
Yeah, third team in 3 years. Yeah.
That's crazy,
Craig saying Commanders got some mojo. Washington going to sneak in and get Minnesota round one. Script writes itself. He likes Lovey and Pierce, but he's taking the Commanders. Wouldn't that be something? Hey, Minnesota and the Commanders play each other. I mean, in the playoffs. Hey, the script does write itself.
Like now I'm hoping for that. Because now I want to see Taylor Heineke take down Minnesota and Kirk Cousins. Now I want to see that. So yeah, I like I said, I like him. He does have a little swag to him, and like I said, Terry McLaurin is a good wide receiver, bro. He's a very, very good player, bro. And he was MIA with Carson Wentz.
He was. I had him on my fantasy team and traded him right before they started playing Heineke, and then I could have just kept him. But hey.
It's all good. That's why we ain't GMs, bro.
Yeah, right. Hey, if I was the GM, I'd have played Heineke over Wentz the whole time. So
I was about to say that is true. That is true.
From one garbage player in Wentz to two garbage teams here. The Raiders head to Denver. Both these teams have been absolutely just dog shit disappointing. I mean, Jesus. The Raiders coming off the loss to the Colts. The Broncos coming off a loss to the Titans. The Broncos are somehow the favorite here, John. They have to make somebody the favorite. I mean, I guess just because the Broncos are at home at -3. Who you like here in another turd bowl? I mean, the Rams Saints was a turd bowl. This might be even like diarrhea bowl. Like there's turd bowl and then there's diarrhea. And this is like eating Taco Bell and Chipotle, and then you got like type shit here.
This is Christmas vacation. The shitter is full.
Yes.
Game right here, bro.
Yeah.
Wow. And I mean, I actually thought the Broncos were gonna be like, I knew the Raiders. I wasn't feeling the Raiders from jump. I didn't think they'd be this bad, but I thought the Broncos would actually like challenge for that division. And Russ forgot how to play there for a minute. I don't know. Maybe being overseas kind of rejuvenated them. This is horrible right here, but I'm gonna go ahead with the Broncos winning at home. I think the Raiders are just falling apart. Their hearts are broke. Like you saw Derek Carr. Like I actually felt for that kid right there. Like that was sad to see. So I don't. The Raiders are just hot garbage. The Broncos ain't much better, but the Raiders are just. Ugh. Yeah, I'll take Denver because they're home, basically.
So you like the Broncos to cover?
I mean, I don't like
-3, yeah.
But I'm gonna take them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. It's like you have to take one of these teams. I'm not picking the Raiders. Couldn't beat the Colts in Jeff Saturday's debut. A guy who wasn't even coaching in this league has ever coached and blew a whistle. Josh McDaniels is, I think they said he's like 6 since he started 6-0, and then he got, and since then he's like 7 of his last like 24. Yeah. So he's won, 7 of his 24 is like last 30 games, or 7 and 26 in his last 30 games. Dude, just shows the guy can't get it done.
Right, and I remember all the hype when he was 7-0 too in Denver, bro. Like they were sweating that kid something fierce. And look. This is one of those. I'm picking the Raiders to lose as opposed to picking the Broncos to win. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm with you. So I'm with Denver here. Let's ride Broncos. Broncos country. Let's ride. Whatever Russ's corny ass says. Mr. Unlimited. We get into game. I think game of the week here, man. Two teams that are trying to. We talked about the Eagles, but the Cowboys are trying to also get that number 1 seed here in the NFC East, or NFC, not the NFC East, but NFC, and win their division. They got to beat Minnesota here as they go to Minnesota. It's a pick'em game. Cowboys actually a slight favorite at -1.5.
Wow. I cannot believe that the Cowboys are actually favored in Minnesota. Wow. I think this is a must for Dallas if they want to stay close with Philly and New York. Minnesota's riding a high right now, so I mean, I don't want to say that that this is a trap game because it's the freaking Dallas Cowboys, but like talk about disrespect. Like, do they use that as bulletin board material? The fact that they're underdogs at home. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and keep on shitting on the Vikings, and I'm gonna take Nah, you know what? Dallas. Nah. I'm going with the Vikings, man. The Dallas lost me money last week, man. My first time ever betting, and Dallas let me down. So no, I'm never picking Dallas again. Sorry, Alex. Nah, I just think Minnesota. Nah, they should be feeling pretty good, and I think that's all kinds of disrespect right there. Dallas being the favorites at home. Nah, Minnesota has a chance to take the number 1 spot, man. This is it right here. You got to keep it going.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. Minnesota, we just talked about it. They got a little horseshoe up their ass, man, and they're playing really well. Why not? You know what I mean? Why not Minnesota? Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson, TJ Hawkinson's been a nice piece. Give me the Vikings, baby. I'm a ride with the Minnesota.
Especially if you're getting points too.
They just seem to have a little swag about them, right? I mean, they have a little.
Yeah, they got the horseshoe. They got the 4-leaf clover around their necks on the chain, like Kirk Cousins. I'm sure there was a 4-leaf clover underneath all that ice on his neck.
They're letting him rock the chains. They're having fun with him. Right. They're having fun as a team. You listen to the interviews. They all love their coach and KOC. Like, they love Kurt. I mean, hey.
I'm telling you, they're going to use all this hate that they, homeboys stealing their stuff, the whole dance. Now they're being disrespected by Vegas, being the underdogs at home.
The problem that does scare me, it is Kirk Cousins on somewhat of a primetime game. I mean, it's not quite prime time, but it's a 4:00 game where they're going to be the only game on.
Well,
it's
sad.
Did I convince you?
That's actually a factor, but it's not quite prime time game. So I'm gonna. There's something. Like I said, every time I poo-poo the Vikings, they wind up. And like I said, this is. Like I would take this all kinds of disrespectful right here to have Dallas be the favorites coming to my house. Nah, Minnesota, you need to make a statement right here. This is a statement. This is an opportunity for Minnesota to make a statement right here. Because everybody is always the Cowboys every year. This is, what I'm saying, put it on Dallas, send them home, with their tail between their legs, and a lot more people will be respecting the Vikings. So I think the Vikings are going to want to put it on them.
Yeah, Craig says Dallas needs this win. Vikings at home, toughest pick of the week. But he's taking the Cowboys defense to make a play late against Kurt to get the win. I do think
that's always possible.
I'm probably staying away from that game, like any sort of real gambling. Like I don't want really any part of that game.
I'm never betting with Dallas ever again in my life. And I would never put money on Kirk Cousins in Minnesota. So I'm not going nowhere near that game. It should be fun to watch though.
It will. Yeah, it'll be a good game. I might put just something on it, just like maybe like a player over or something like that.
Something with Justin Jefferson, because as good as that defense is, they ain't gonna stop that kid, bro.
Yeah. Let's get into this game was supposed to be the Sunday night game, but gets flexed out. The Steelers coming off the win. The Bengals coming off a bye week. Bengals head to Pittsburgh at 4-point favorite here. Steelers dogs at home. Johnny, what's your thoughts here? Steelers, Bengals. Steelers did get the dub last week.
Yeah. That was actually one of my wins because I thought Pittsburgh was being disrespected and Tomlin would get the boys, rally the boys together. But, I mean, it's now or never for Cincinnati. You're one game behind Baltimore for the division. This isn't the NFC, this is the AFC, so you're going to have to win some games here. But, I mean, they could just win by a field goal and Pittsburgh would cover in Pittsburgh.
But Pittsburgh did win beginning of the year. Yeah, week one.
Oh, they beat them right. And that was a wild shootout type game. You know what? I'm gonna ride with Kenny Pickett and Mike Tomlin. I'm gonna go with the Steelers.
You're taking the Steelers.
Yeah, you're getting points at home. again, he's going to use that as all types of motivation, because of all the lack of respect, regardless of what the record is. It's a divisional game. You at home, and it's the Bengals. Like, you know what I'm saying? They got to be hyped up and ready.
The Bengals are the defending AFC champions. Like they're the Bungles of the old,
I'm just saying, but they've been mediocre this year. They're 5-4. So it's not.
They're figuring it out. At this point last year, they were 5-4. Did you know that last year at this point in time they were 5-4 last year? Got hot and got into the all the way to the Super Bowl.
Well, they could get hot next week. They could win this game, just not by 4 points. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take the 4 points, Pittsburgh under 4 points.
I'm riding with my Bengals, baby. I'm riding with my man crush Joey B. Burrow, Bodkins, Bengals. That's what we're doing. Hey, I still know Chase, but it seemed like they're getting some things figured out. What scares me is little TJ Watt. We know that Burrow, if he gets, that offensive line's still shaky, but give the ball to Joe Mixon. Let's get it done here. I'm going to take the Bengals here.
No, I didn't even think about the whole TJ Watt factor. I forgot that he's back too. Against that offensive line, yeah, Joe gonna be running for his life, bro.
I'm surprised. You know what? Here's what I don't understand. I don't understand this spread either. Chargers, who are banged up, coming off a bad loss. What's the Chargers record right now?
They're 5.
Chargers are 5-4.
Yeah. Well, they pulled that game out against Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So they're still beat up though.
They lost.
It's a divisional game though.
They lost to the 49ers last Sunday, and now they're turning around playing again on Sunday night against the Chiefs, and the Chiefs are only 5.5 favorite. The Chargers usually do play the Chiefs tough. But who you like here? Chargers, Chiefs. Chiefs never freaking cover, it seems like.
That is true, man. They don't tend to cover. They just find ways to win games. Excuse me. Oh man. Like I don't like to say hate, but I really, really don't like the Chargers coach, man. Like he's I don't think he's very good at all. Me and Rob have talked about that a lot. Shout out Rob Logan. Like I want to pick. Like Kansas City should just beat them down. They don't have any weapons in LA.
Yeah, I don't. Who knows that? Let me look. I'm gonna see the injury report.
Who's gonna catch the ball? Is Everett even playing? Like, cause he was out. I don't know if he got knocked out or he got knocked out the game. I don't know if he got knocked out. But he was Everett's questionable. This says. Was it a concussion or something else? Don't say. Don't mean to.
Just says question. I know. I'm pulling it up right now.
Like this should be a no-brainer. Kansas City wins by 10, 14 points. But like you said, Kansas City just – I've seen that stat plenty of times where they don't cover.
Everett is questionable with the groin, limited practice. Mike Williams returned to practice Wednesday, so he might play. He's questionable. Keenan Allen's questionable with a hand streak, was officially limited at practice Wednesday. But, those guys have been questionable, and then they
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and go with the chart. All right. Come on, Justin Herbert. Like, show us something. You know what I'm saying? I know you shorthanded here, but you should be able to keep your team in the game. I don't know that they'll win it, but I think they can cover. And like you said, Kansas City, it seems like they never – when they do cover, it's a couple times that they blow people out. Otherwise, they're not covering. So I'm going to go with Rob here and say that his Chargers, I don't know if they win the game. But they'll at least cover the spread.
It's 5.5, a 7-point game. If the Chiefs win by 7, it's still close game.
Right.
I'm taking the Chiefs, baby. Like I'm not picking the Chargers. like nobody to throw the ball to with that awful coach. I mean, they haven't looked good at all. Like they've been, mediocre at best all year. Give me the Chiefs. One of the best. We just talked about it, Johnny. I mean, it's one of the 5 best teams in the NFL. Maybe top 2 or 3.
Those are all facts. Those are all facts. But I still say that, you know what I'm saying? Sunday night game, come on, man. I'm really not a fan of the Chargers coach at all. I mean, I definitely wouldn't put money on this game, but I'm still going to ride with my pick. I'm going to say, like, my first instinct was to just, Justin Herbert's going to want to battle him. Going to want to go toe-to-toe with Patrick Mahomes, at least as much as he
with
can.
what weapons? With what weapons?
That's what I'm saying. They got, Eckler's a weapon. You know what I mean?
Eckler, that's it.
I don't know who else. But the Chiefs, it's like, I mean, the Chiefs could have easily lost last week.
They were never going to lose. They covered last week to the Jags.
The week before. Yeah, no. They put it on the Jags. I thought the Jags would actually keep it close. That's one of my losses. I know that from last week. But now I'm gonna stick with the Chargers and say that they cover the spread. Like I said, I don't have any confidence in the world that they'll win that game, but hopefully they keep it close. And that's 5.5, right?
Yeah. Let's get into the last game, the Monday night game here. 49ers head to Arizona. Hollywood Brown is activated. Unsure if he's going to play on Monday night, but is started to practice for the Cardinals. But the Cardinals have not looked good either. Cardinals are 8-point dogs at home here, Johnny. Notable fact, Kenny sent me this stat today. Jimmy Garoppolo is 10-2 when he doesn't throw a touchdown.
What?
That's
crazy.
Yeah, when he doesn't throw a touchdown pass, he's 10 wins, 2 losses when he doesn't throw a touchdown pass.
I mean, so that means they're running the ball very well, which is what they want to do anyway. I mean, 8 points is a lot of points. I have no trust or faith at all in Cliff Kingsbury either. I mean, it's similar to the Staley situation with the Chargers. Oh, man. This is more points, though. D-Hop is back.
8's a lot. It's not like the 49ers are scoring a whole lot either. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, and Jimmy G can throw a couple picks easily. And I mean,
he's not that great on primetime either, it feels. I feel like he's Kirk Cousins, Andy Dalton-esque on primetime.
That Andy Dalton one, that you got me with that one last. That was crazy. Yeah, I must. Oh my god! If it was just straight up bet, it would be so much easier. But that's why Vegas has all them big ass hotels and stuff. I'm gonna say that the Cardinals cover, but I am not at all confident or happy with this pick at all.
Yeah, I like the
cover.
I like the 49ers money line here very much so.
Oh, yeah.
But 8 points is just a little too high for the 49ers. It's not like they have this super high-powered offense. I don't even know. Did they even cover last week against who did they play last week? They didn't cover last week against the Chargers.
Right, and the Chargers are all banged up like we were talking about just a second ago.
Yeah, I'm taking Arizona. I like 49ers money line, but I like give me the Arizona here.
Yeah, +8. Yeah,
at +8.
Yeah, I'm taking that. Well, I feel better than I did last week.
Craig says San Fran defense gives Kyler fits. Zona defense stinks. 8 points still too much. He'd take Arizona to lose, but to cover at home. Yeah, I'm all with you on that.
See, like I said, I don't know why, but I feel better when Craig agrees with me. Especially when he went 10-4 last week. You know what I'm saying? That's really good, man. He did really good last week. I hope he made some good money last week.
What's Johnny? Got any final thoughts, and what do you got putting out this week before we get out of here?
I'm super excited about my team being on a bye, so I could just chill and watch the red zone and just enjoy all of the football. And I already got the little itch with my first bet last week, so I think I'm gonna put a few dollars on some games and some stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna be a lot of fun this weekend. I mean, like I said, to start the show, I mean, this football season has been so much fun. So I'm having a blast, and I'm looking forward to this Sunday, man, for real.
Yeah,
I appreciate you having me on too, man. This was a lot of fun.
Always, Johnny. I appreciate it. We'll be back. I'll be back. I'm gonna put out the weekly wrap up, I think, tomorrow night if I have time. I'm supposed to be on also with Jude Jets tomorrow night on the Thursday night preview show. Craig's chiming in here real quick. He said, unfortunately, his Bears cost all his parlays. Good, Craig. Good.
I'm about to say that was one of the first tips I got was not bet on your team, bro.
Yeah. He knows better than that. But I'm going to be on the Thursday night preview show with Jude Jets, talking Packers, Titans. So me and Jude will be doing that here on Let's Talk Sports. I'll be back. We'll be doing our little Head Kicks and Haymakers show Sunday night to kind of talk about the Derek Lewis fight that's happening on Saturday, mixed in with some other MMA news. And then we'll be back Sunday night with our NFL Week 11 reaction show. Man, we are cruising right along, Johnny. There's only, 7 more weeks here to go. Yeah. So, just right along. And really, the great thing about it, to your credit, before we get out of here, is, like you said, man, there's so many teams still in this hunt because, especially in the NFC, if you have 5 wins right now, or even 4 wins, you're still right in the hunt. You're only game or so back.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Even like as far as the division, that's a pipe dream right there. But as far as the actual wild
card spot,
man, everybody's still in it. Yeah, you're all still in it. And I think I'm telling you, you're gonna start it off tomorrow too with a big win against the Titans.
Well, hey Johnny, you're optimistic. I'm a pessimistic right now when it comes to the Packers. So, I'm
an Aaron Rodgers fan, bro. The same way you feel about Joe Cool. Sorry, I got put on blast by Gina for calling. The same way you feel about Joe Burrow. I've been an Aaron Rodgers fan since the freaking Nick Saban and the Miami Dolphins decided to pick Ronnie Brown. Aaron Rodgers, bro. So I'm a ride with Aaron Rodgers, and I don't think the difference maker is going to make much of a difference. So
Ronnie Brown was a good running back there for like a year or two.
Yeah, and Aaron Rodgers is a Hall of Fame quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Amen to that. Amen to Ronnie Brown out of Auburn out of no place this last. Yeah. Cadillac
backfield with Cadillac.
Cadillac right? Williams, who went to Tampa Bay, had a little bit of a career. Man, yeah.
Yeah, us Dolphin fans, we don't forget stuff like that. We don't forget the fact that we picked Dante Culpepper over Drew Brees. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're scarred, which is why I've told the young Dolphin fans, enjoy what Tua's doing, man.
That's true. That's true. Drew Brees was gonna go to Miami. They said no because they were worried about his shoulder. The
doctors would have passed him, so Nick Saban went with Dante Culpepper and then ran his ass back to Alabama as soon as he could. Once he realized he made that mistake, he was out. Went back.
It would have been interesting to see what Saban would have done if Drew Brees.
Anyway, if it's in butts, you know what I'm saying? Anyway.
Yeah. Hey, feel you there, brother. Feel you there.
Hey. Thanks for having me on, man.
Hey, always Johnny. Bro. Appreciate it. Hey, we should just do a show like that one time. Ifs and buts, a bunch of what ifs about every team. Because I just thought the Packers drafted Tony Mandarich over Barry Sanders. Imagine Brett Favre and Barry Sanders on the same freaking team. You know what I mean? So
I'm down for that. We need to that'll be a lot of fun, bro.
Go down a bunch of different rabbit holes, man. Yeah, hey. All right, Johnny. I appreciate it. I'm going to hit that outro. Hey, folks, be a friend, tell a friend, share with a friend, hit that like button, the share button. We're on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, so we appreciate if you head over there and give it a listen or give it a nice little 5-star rating. Appreciate it, folks. I'm going to hit that outro button. Hey, shout out to Dan. Dan too. Hey, get better. He continues to recover. We miss you. So, Dan Harris, we'll catch you later, brother. We miss you. Can't wait to see you and talk more sports with you on Let's Talk Sports, Dan. So, still a little bit, recovering, but it's getting back out there slow, dipping his toes back into the social media at least. So, place not the same without you, Dan. We miss you. So, hey, we're going to hit that outro, and we'll see you guys. I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. See ya.